Students, it's Mr. Yule here, and we're getting ready to go with the weekly wrap-up. Yes, you guessed it. During these times, we engage with you in conversations that matter about topics that matter so that you can engage in conversation with your parents, friends, loved ones, and even us about things that are going on in the world. We miss you. We learn better when you're here. Students, welcome to the weekly wrap-up.
Thanks, Mr. Yule. I want to get us started with our first topic, which is somewhat lighthearted, but an important one, I think. And that has to do with Vice Presidential candidate Kamala Harris and her shoe choice recently as she's out on the campaign trail. Critics have been paying a little bit of attention to Kamala's shoes as she's chosen to wear some pretty high heels, some Converse sneakers, and some Timberland boots. And that's caught the attention of many. Some have said she's flexing, if you will. Some have said that it's a photo op. And others have just criticized her and said maybe it's not a professional look. My question for you is, are people paying more attention to the female candidates' fashion choices and fashion statements than they are the males? And in this country, are females held to a higher standard for what they wear than males are? That could be a conversation that we even have about dress code in our own schools. Are some of our girl dress code standards a little stricter than our male dress code standards? That's a thought for you. And I want to see if you think that our critics should be paying attention to what Kamala is wearing, or should they be paying attention to what she stands for in this presidential race? Let us know in the comments.
Wow, Miss Sabo, thank you so much for that story. It's just really good information, and I think it's really applicable in the world now. Students, be sure to tell us what you think. For my topic this week, I would like to speak on the tragic forest fires that are going on in parts of California. Students, have you heard about it? Students, what do you think you can do to prevent forest fire? If you're not sure what's going on, tragically, thousands and thousands of acres in parts of California are being burned. This is causing various issues such as property damage, global warming, and all sorts of phenomenon. Students, we have to do our part and be responsible when it comes to things like forest fires, engaging disasters that could be preventable. Please be sure to do your part. Be sure to have conversations. Be mindful of how you're conducting yourselves when you're out in nature and in public, so something catastrophic like this couldn't happen in North Carolina. If you haven't talked about it, students, be sure to look into preventing forest fire.